everybody. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I decided to do this impromptu reading of runes on the go for you, especially for Halloween. However, when I was putting together some items for a Halloween theme, I was surprised to discover that I didn't have much to offer. I didn't have much witchy stuff or Halloween themed stuff. So basically, this is what we got. We got a nice candle, some incense, some mints with Pennywise on it, and my very first fortune teller card deck called the Gypsy Witch. One day, perhaps, I'd like to show you them. But for now, happy Halloween. And if you would like to join me in choosing your groups so we can dive into your readings, let's go ahead. Let's explore the energies for each group. Group 1 has Frog for transition. Group 2 has Antillope for decisive action. And Group 3 has the Raven for confidence. Now take a moment, take a breath, tap into your intuition, and determine which of these energies suits you right now. And let's take it for granted that the energies that you picked today and the readings that correspond is a message that needed to be delivered. So Group 1 is the Frog, Group 2 Antelope, and Group 3 is Raven. When you're ready, go down to the timestamps below and let's hop into your readings. All right, Group 1, thank you for choosing this beautiful pile. Actually, this energy for Frog is really interesting. Let's read it together. The spirit animal energy message for you is: this is a powerful time for change. You are being called to connect with the world of emotions and feminine energies. You may also need to engage a process of cleansing, whether it's physical, emotional, spiritual, or energetic. Very interesting. So let's take out some runes and make a Celtic cross reading to get some more information regarding this energy that is calling to you today. Okay, universe, what are the energies for Group 1 and what are the messages you wanted them to know? As usual, I'm using my handy runes card deck simply because they're simple and they're clean. Okay, all right, so we got energy here. 2, 3, Okay. All right, let's dive in here. Overall, this sounds really cool. Okay, let's check it out. Currently, you are in a position of a lot of vitality, a lot of energy, a lot of perseverance, determination. You're in a good spot right now. You have that strength and that willpower to push through anything you put your mind to. You're very healthy, and you're tapping into some sort of wisdom and just overall will to do and accomplish stuff. Your challenge, though, is Lagu's reversed, which is you might be feeling like your emotions are stuck. Like you don't really know how to feel about things, or literally the other way around. Maybe the dam broke and your emotions are all over the place. You're feeling emotional, you're moody. Lagu's reverse, it's the opposite of flow. It's the opposite of intuition. Maybe you have all this pent-up energy, but you don't know where to distribute it to. You don't know what direction to go into. And you're like pushing and pushing and pushing because you have that vitality, but nothing's flowing. So you might be getting a little bit of frustration here. And that's the challenge right now. Your recent history or recent path that leads you to today is so willow. It's like things were going so well and you had clarity. You were just plugging away at whatever it was you were doing because you knew exactly this was supposed to bring you success. and you were enjoying yourselves, you were achieving goals, you were healthy, everything was going really, really well. It was flowing. So all that accumulated momentum brought you to this present moment of, all right, okay, we're in it to win it. I have the energy, let's keep going. But now it's like your emotions are telling you, I don't know if this is the right direction. I'm not flowing it. I'm not feeling anymore. This is about feelings. The underlying emotions is about weird. Weird is an interesting rune because it's one of the newer ones. It's connected to the Norns of fate. And those are the sisters that weave together your fate. Basically, that they weave together your destiny and your path ahead. However, in order to be able to weave paths ahead, they need to co-create with you. They need to have an idea of the decisions that you're making. What direction do you feel you want to go into? And this is what's going on. You're feeling kind of stuck. You don't know what decision to make. You don't know what direction to go into. And that's what's sort of causing you this stall, this feeling of stalling. However, the helpful position, you got mana as upright, which is about your role within the collective. So somewhere along the line, you have a very strong community. You have a lot of people supporting you, and you feel that you belong to a circle, to a group of people. And what's helpful in that is that at least you don't feel completely isolated, you don't feel alone. So my recommendation would be to lean into that. When you don't know what to do next, the best thing to do is not do anything. Shift your focus and focus on things that make you happy. Right now, I think your community, your friendships, your colleagues, perhaps even some family that are very supportive of you, but basically you know where you belong. And lean into that. Maybe by doing that, you're going to get some inspiration. Now, the immediate future looks really bright for you. We got Fehu, so there's new beginnings here. Something new will bring in new wealth, new money, new possessions. You're building something new. You're building a foundation of some sort. This is a beautiful, beautiful outcome out of all this. So yes, you have the vitality, and yes, you've had the momentum, but now it's like, your intuition perhaps is telling you, maybe take your foot off the pedal a little bit. Just tap into your community, your group, whatever makes you feel good, and whatever shows you what you bring to the table. Maybe it's the idea of reconnecting or understanding what it is exactly that you are good at and that people need and that people want. And maybe that's going to help determine what's next for you, because there's definitely new beginnings here. New beginnings that is going to bring you more abundance, whatever abundance means to you. The guidance here, surprisingly, is Awaz. Awaz upright means taking action or bringing about change for the better. But it's also about movement. I'm feeling something like taking a road trip, or don't get stuck. Don't get stuck at home. Don't get stuck in your head. Really go outside. Go meet people. Take action in that way. You might not know exactly right here, right now, what to work on in order to bring you this new opportunity. But I have the impression it's through connection to other people that you're going to get that new opportunity. But you need to get out of the house. You need to go out. You have to move. You have to change locations. Not far, but you got to change something. You got to change your routine. Which leads me to Othala reversed here. Othala, this is the external influences. Things that are going on around you that is forcing you to kind of shake up your routines. You need to shake up your routines. You need to meet new people, try or expose yourself to new things in order for things to move forward. But it's not by forcing anything. It's just taking a step back and finding another strategy. And your strategy is by connecting to people and changing your routine. Your hope in all of this is that there is going to be a new phase, a new opportunity, a breakthrough, and there will be. There will be. However, not right away. The whole idea of Isa is that you need to wait for divine timing. Isa is ice. Think of a frozen pond. No matter how much you force the pond to thaw, it won't thaw until spring comes, until it gets warm enough. So it's about seasons. So perhaps in the coming season, you might want to simmer down, take a step back, and reconnect with people that you feel comfortable with. And with those people, within that context, move, change your routine, and perhaps they could introduce you to new people that will lead you to new opportunities. You never know who you're talking to. So let me take out some clarity cards, because this is beautiful. And let's see how this ties into the spirit energy of the frog, which is a transition. It kind of makes sense. You need to make a transition. You can't just keep on pushing and plugging away at something. You need to find a different strategy. So it's a time for change in case of yeah, absolutely. It's feminine energies in the world of emotions. You can't make this stuff up. The world of emotions for you right now might be very stifled or just completely out of control. But you need to connect to all of that. Okay, so, yeah, surrender to the divine. Boy, I couldn't have picked a better one, because that's basically the message. You gotta trust in the timing. You gotta trust that things are gonna work out. Stop forcing stuff. And let's take another one. A time for healing. There you go. There you go. Healing is you can use cleansing as a healing methodology. The more you clear things out from your mind, from your body, from your emotions, from your surroundings, it helps clear the way to healing. Wow, so this is a very spiritual message for you guys, Group 1, for this Halloween. So basically, if you're going out for Halloween, enjoy, reconnect with some new people, go to parties in your neighborhood, shake it up a little bit, because you never know who you're going to meet and you never know what the opportunities will bring. But it won't be right away. You'll need to just relax, enjoy, have fun, reconnect to your emotions, and start clearing the way for these new opportunities. All right? Thank you so much, Group 1, and happy Halloween. All right, Group 2. So you chose the Antillope for decisive action. Let's read together what the message is. You are being told unequivocally that it's time to get moving. Set your intentions and take action toward making your dreams a reality. You have a door in front of you. Trust your instincts here. Ooh, that sounds very, very interesting, Group 2. Let's see what the runes have to say about that. So as usual, I have my handy rune card deck, because they're clean and they're simple. So, come on, universe, what does Group 2's message have to say for them on this Halloween? What is their path ahead? Oops. Okay. And all the way up here. Okay, yeah, okay. Interesting. Yeah, there's definitely been a situation or a recent past that you've kind of felt lost. Kind of felt like you had no more direction. You had no idea where to go. You felt like you were stuck in a tunnel. Kina is reversed. This is your recent past. It's like you lost your mojo. You lost your spark. You lost your vision, or you just kind of ran out of steam and you just kind of felt lost. Kina is the torch, but when you don't have that fire, you can't see very far and you don't feel very warm. Or you might have had to let go of certain things that kind of provided you that guiding light and that you no longer had. And today it brings you to a moment of stillness. It's like you feel kind of stuck, you feel frustrated, you feel like there's challenges and obstacles that are keeping you in place. Your challenge, if that wasn't enough, is I was. Now, I was is one of those runes that technically doesn't have a reversed meaning, but because it's in a challenging position, it kind of is. I was normally is about transmuting lessons from the past and growing stronger out of it. But when it's reversed, well, it's the other way around. It's like there's something you haven't learned from the past, or you feel like you're lost, you feel you don't know who you are anymore. I was is a lot about that phoenix rising from the ashes, but when it's reversed, it's like you're kind of falling into dust. You're kind of you don't know who you are anymore. And it's really, really difficult because you feel stuck, but you don't really know who you want to be anymore. You know, you're the middle of a death. It could be a literal death, and my condolences if that's the case. Or it could be a figurative death, but something definitely is dying in order to make room for something else. Now, the underlying energies, thankfully for you, is Urus, which means you still have inner strength, willpower to go on. You're very strong. You're a very strong person per se. You have a lot of energy and vitality and determination and courage to push through this situation. And up here in the helpful position, which is kind of funny, Thursa is reversed. Thursa is reversed. It's like you have a lot of rage. You're really frustrated here. You're really frustrated. And Thursa is the rune of Thor. And if you know about Thor, he has that very strong hammer, right? Well, when it's reversed, that means that hammer could be used perhaps liberally and to like sort of hurt and burn bridges if it's not controlled properly. So keep your emotions in check, I would say. And third side, you have a lot of pent-up energy here. Please don't get involved in gossip. Don't do anything that's going to spark aggression or more frustration. If anything, try to take care of yourself, like some self-love, self-protection. Talk to yourself. Bring yourself off that ledge. Because you definitely have that potential to break something, or to burn something down, or say something very hurtful that ends up hurting a relationship of some sort, you know. And the fact that it's in the helpful position is interesting because it might be because this is what is going on. It's sometimes in life there are endings and it needs to happen. And which is quite fitting because the immediate future, you got Hagalaz, which is the quintessential death and rebirth. Hagalaz, think of a big hailstorm sort of passing through some garden. It's gonna naturally uproot the weakest plants, or the sort of the weakest parts of the gardens, just to make room for new stuff to grow. But in order to make room for new, better, stronger plants to take root, it needs to get rid of what is no longer serving you. So there's definitely a transition here. You might feel stuck because you're in the middle of a storm, but you have the strength. So just anchor yourself down in that. The guidance here is Laguz reverse. Again, Laguz is about flow, it's about emotions, about creativity and intuition. When it's reversed, it means either that emotion, that flow is stifled, so you feel stuck, or it overflows. And you know what happens when there's an overflow of emotion? Sometimes it could be quite destructive. Okay, if it's an overflow of positive emotion, well, hey, good on you. But if it's an overflow of an aggressive or a negative emotion, it could cause issues. So the guidance here is keep that in check. Keep that in check. Because the information, well, the energies around you, the external energies, is Anzu's reverse, which means somebody is either not telling you the whole story or deceiving you or leading you on or giving you misinformation. But basically it's about communication that is not complete. So the reason why I think the message is don't act on your emotions too much is because you don't know the whole story, or somebody is trying to pull a fast one on you. You don't want to put yourself in a precarious situation because somebody else is not being right by you, or when you don't know the whole story, right? Now this is your hopes and dreams. This is Yera. Yera is one of those runes that doesn't have a reversed meaning. It just means that everything is going to sprout in due time. You got to be patient. You got to nurture your garden. Again, the garden simile here. But you'll reap the fruits of your labor, but in time. Right now, if we're looking at this part, that garden is being stripped away. You're going to need to start planting new seeds and nurturing this new garden in order to reap new fruit by the end. But this is all about seasons and patience. So it's like you're hoping that all of this, once all of this is over, you'll be able to start over and reap something even better. Now, the overall outcome of this reading is Taiwa's reversed, which means either you're feeling, if this is a context of work, let's say, it just means that there's lack of leadership. But if this is more personal, there's sacrifices. There's definitely sacrifices to be made, or something that you have to sacrifice that you don't want to sacrifice. Taiwa is about strength and the willingness to sacrifice, but when it's reversed, it's like you don't want to sacrifice anything. And you might feel disrespected if it's somebody that's, because I feel for some of you, it's literally somebody that's trying to coax you into doing something you don't want. But for those few people, don't give in to that. Don't give in to people who are trying to steer you in one direction, but you don't want to go in that direction. You know? Stay still. Keep your emotions under control. Wait it out. Wait it out, because you don't have the whole story here. Okay, so let's take some clarity cards just to get some more information, but I think it's pretty clear. So first clarity card is, the energy is gaining momentum. You might not feel it, you might not see it yet, but the energy is in the background. Okay, oh my. A lot of energy, so let's just take the one that felt upright. Take time to breathe out. Yeah. Before you end up reacting or saying something you regret or doing something you regret, take time to breathe out. Take time to breathe out, and if we tie it into your spirit animal energy, which says it's time to get moving and set your intentions. Take action towards your dreams. This is not about reacting on the right here, right now, because you don't have the full story. I think it's saying, keep your emotions in check. Understand that you're in the middle of a storm, but once all that's cleared, you're going to have to determine what your vision is and start planting seeds and take actions towards it. But for now, think about what you want for next steps. Shift your focus and just take a breath before you react. Okay? So that's what I got for you this Halloween, group 2. Let me know if this resonates. I always love to hear what you guys have to say. So thank you very much, and until next time. Hi, group 3. So you chose the Raven for confidence. So let's read the message together. The spirit animal energy message right now is: you are encouraged to disconnect from the physical or materialistic plane and move to the spiritual realm. You have a deep spiritual connection, which you mustn't ignore. You are on the brink of transformation, and your divine purpose may be revealing itself. Ooh, I like that. All right. I love me a good transformation story. So, universe, what is the energy for group 3? What are the messages you want group 3 to hear today? So as usual, I'm using my handy runes card deck simply because it's clean and it's simple. So let's pick some out. Okay. Ooh. Already it's exciting. It's exciting. Ooh. I'm going to try to finish this reading before the incense burns out. Oh goodness, group 3. Okay, let's dive in. Right off the bat, I'm seeing things are moving fast for you. In the recent past, you probably had some sort of breakthrough or some sort of you started something new. You entered a new phase in your life. It could be as simple as starting a new job or adopting a new philosophy or embarked on something new in your life. But it's a new project, a new energy, new phase, new chapter. It's like you went from being that caterpillar in the cocoon and you've emerged already as a butterfly, or at the very least, you're very near it. And it's through your creativity, it's through your emotions. Right now, you got Lagus upright, which is you're in a flow. You are definitely in a flow. There's something flowing. There's a life energy that's infusing you right now, either through your creativity or your intuition or your emotions are just completely supporting you. Your challenge is right through, which right through is like, it's about a journey, physical or spiritual, but it's in a challenged position. So I'm getting that either you have the opportunity to go on a trip, but it's not a good time, or you have this forward momentum, this crazy forward momentum, but it's almost too fast, and you're just kind of getting ahead of yourself, and you're like, okay, we're going to do this next and that next and that next and that next. And it's like overwhelming, So what I would say, since it's in the challenging position, just kind of bring it back and focus on the present moment. Don't get ahead of yourself. The underlying energies is Wunyo, which is bliss, which is joy. You are genuinely in a good place in your life. It's like you really stepped into something beautiful right now. Now, it might even be over the top. Sometimes it's so beautiful that you kind of, again, get ahead of yourself and you're just like, crazy. I can't believe this is happening. And it's a little overwhelming. The help over here is Awaz, which is movement, changing for the better, and just taking action. So keep on moving forward. Keep on taking actions, but one step at a time. Don't get ahead of yourself. This is not about reaching the destination. This is about the journey. And Awaz is about transportation and small movement, small trips, let's say. It's about maybe changing locations. There's definitely a change of location here. There's something related to travel or journeys, since you have both Ehwaz and Rai through. Keep moving, and if you have a chance to start exploring your surroundings or going on a trip, get it's cool to get excited, and it's cool to take action and to prepare for stuff and everything. It just don't get overexcited. Don't get ahead of yourself. Just be in this present moment. And the immediate future is Ehwaz, which is gorgeous. This is the Carpe Diem rune. You're really you're really Carpe Diem. It's like you're capturing the moment, and this is only gonna grow. That's the worst thing. Ehwaz, it's like you're growing internally, but it's so beautiful, and there's something gestating. So this is like mental health too. Ehwaz is like you're finding this relief and this peace from whatever was troubling you inside. You're seizing the moment. That's what I wanted to say. Carpe diem. You're seizing this moment. Seize this moment. You can't get more beautiful than this. My goodness. No wonder you got so much confidence. Now the guidance message is Perthro. Perthro is your luck is on your side. No doubt about it. Luck is on your side. But there's something that is yet to be revealed. There's a mystery brewing here. You might sense it, but the fact that the message or the situation is not yet revealed, it might kind of put you off a little bit. So pay attention, keep your eyes peeled, because there's something more coming your way. Your external energies is manas, and manas is about your community. It's about how you show up in the world and your sense of belonging. And you're definitely, it's like you've discovered a community or a group where you feel like your skills are valued and you feel like you belong there. So you have a lot of support in this beautiful era of your life. Nonetheless, this is your hopes and dreams. You got algaes reversed. It's as if you feel like you're being observed. It's like this is too much attention now. It's getting you sort of insecure because you have so much attention, and you might not be able, or you might not have time to really be vigilant and diligent about what you do. It's like it's one thing after the other, and you feel sort of like a rock skipping on the surface of a lake or something, of water. It's like you feel observed, but you can't really get into depth into anything because it's just so fast. It's just so fast, and it's spooking you a little bit. But the good news is you will reap everything that you sowed. You deserve all of this. You've been patient. You've been nurturing all of this stuff. You're reaping what you sow. This Yera is, you finally get there. You finally get there. It's prosperity. It's peace. It's a breakthrough after a period of stagnancy. But it's like, whew, everything all at once. With the raven, you're on the brink of transformation, and your divine purpose may be revealing itself. Well, maybe this mystery is your divine purpose, and you're going to find it through your community. Holy moly. So let's get a few oracle cards, some clarity cards, to get some more information about this reading, group 3. But oh my god, I kind of envy you. So let's just take one or two here. the end of a tough cycle approaches. Well, if you were feeling like you were in a tough cycle, well, it's the end that's approaching. Oh my, so much energy in these cards today. Nothing is yet set in stone. Ooh. So you are still co-creating. You are co-creating all of this. What I like is that Perthrow 1 is upright, and 2, Perthrow is directly linked to fate. And fate, although we think, oh, fate is kind of like destiny, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing at all. It's about co-creation. It's about the path you take towards your destiny. So nothing is yet set in stone. You're still co-creating all of this that's coming to you. You still have a lot of say in the actions you take, how you react to things. Keep your eyes peeled for opportunities and seize every moment and seize every opportunity coming your way. So that's what I got for you. Group 3, my gosh, I've never read such a positive, upbeat, wonderful reading. So thank you so much for being with me today. Happy Halloween. And until next time. And please, if you remember, just to leave a comment. I'd love to read what the outcome of these readings are. So thanks again, and until next time.